After being in the restaurant industry for about 5 years now, I have stacked up some pet peeves that, well, every time they happen to me, I'm like, damn, it's gonna be this today. First of all, if you're the type of person who orders their drink and then a water, like if you order a Dr. Pepper and then a water, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm gonna be a little disappointed in you if by the end of your meal you have not touched your water. If the whole table, imagine I have an eight top, right? Eight people, and they all do that. They all order a soda and then a water. Dude, I gotta make 16 drinks now. It's not really a big deal, but don't be upset when I'm at the back of the drink station for like 15 minutes trying to make 16 beverages for your eight top. And then at the end of the meal, I come out, I'm a little disappointed when all the waters have just been like sitting there like they're table ornaments. Like they just ordered a couple stage decorations for their table. And then the bussers gotta come and anyway. There's another one. There's another one. Sorry, I don't know what my neighbor's doing. He's always working on cars and stuff. Honestly, sometimes I get a little curious because he's got an engine lift that he made himself. Like it's made out of 2x4s. He puts a ratchet strap over the top and cranks engines out of cars. So like that guy. Don't tell me you don't have what it takes to start working on cars or start modifying them. Because this guy, come ask my neighbor, man. He show you how to make an engine lift out of 2x4s. Anyway, besides pet peeves, you also run into some interesting people as a server. Like today, I walked up to this table, handed this guy a straw. I greeted myself, and then he looks me dead in the eyes with the straw and goes, "Can I get a Dr. Pepper with this?" Yeah, yeah, like I think it's moments like those that kind of train me for acting. Cause I was like, sure, you want like an extra straw, and then when I brought him a refill, he was like, I don't want a Dr. Pepper, I want a Mr. Pepper. So I'm finally catching on now, So I go to the back, I get his Dr. Pepper, but when I bring it out, I'm like, sir, I apologize. We are out of Dr. Pepper. We're out of Mr. Pepper, but I did find you some Mrs. Pepper. All right, trust me, just as sweet. You're gonna love it. And I kind of find a little bit of fun in that, trying to match people's sense of humor all day. It is kind of like exhausting though, you know. Like I feel like I have a pretty good social battery, but it's like once I know my shift is about to be over, I'm like, dude, I'm tabled out. I don't want to ask anybody else what kind of beans they want, what they want to drink. I don't want to do it. Like my last table of the shift, I gotta go back in a couple hours. I'm only on break. But my last table of the shift, man, I was fumbling. I like turned, my elbow hit a wall, I'm dropping spoons, I dropped my hot pad, I went to go pick up a plate, it was hot, and I dropped it back on the tray. I look like a brand new sir. I look like I hadn't been trained, which is weird, because like I got 5 years experience. But like, I don't know, if that happens to you in a scenario, don't stress. I'm never gonna see those people. Actually, I live in a kind of a small community. I might see those people again, but who cares? So what? You know? I don't think they're not gonna know me as, oh, it's the guy that dropped the spoon. It's the guy that was fumbling when he was passing out our food. No, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, that's that server from that restaurant Jimmy's we go to. You know? Don't ever assume somebody's perspective. Like when I walked away from that table and I look back, they just go back to the regular conversation. They're not talking about like, oh my god, did you see how bad he was fumbling? Did you see how he dropped that spoon? No. People don't have time for that. And well, the people that do have time for that, stay away. ain't nothing good there but hurt feelings. You know, today is kind of a different topic of discussion, as you can tell. Kind of from one of my viewers from last night's live stream was like, Dylan, all your videos seem so sad. Looking back, I'm like, yeah, I can see how you could come with that interpretation. You know, they're not meant to be sad; they're meant to be helpful. But when you talk about real shit, sometimes it gets a little sad, and sometimes people just need to hear fun. So today, you kind of just learn about how Dylan's morning shift went. You know, what was like being a server while doing all the other stuff I do. And what it's like is I come home and I grab my tripod and then I come sitting here. After I get done making this video, shoot, I probably gotta figure out something to eat so I'm not starving when I go back. I could eat canned chicken. However, the problem with canned chicken is my sister's pregnant, and when I crack open a can of chicken, since her like olfactory senses, her sense of smell is like really sensitive at the moment, I can't eat it in the house. The smell bothers her, so I have to eat it outside. Kind of annoying. But it's not for forever, you know. However, in the meantime, I do have to crack my can of chicken outside, drain it outside, and eat it out here. One time I ate some tuna in my room, and I thought I was scotch-free. I thought I was good. And then 30 minutes later, the bowl's sitting in front of me. I just haven't taken it to the kitchen yet. I had already finished eating, and she sends me a text like, "Are you eating tuna? You need to eat that shit outside." I'm like, "I ate 30 minutes ago." And she's like, "Yeah, I don't know. I can smell it." So that's kind of what life is like when you live with somebody who's pregnant, you know? And did you know that pregnancy symptoms are contagious? So basically, like, since the baby's using up all of her carbohydrates, when she goes to sleep, she wakes up with low blood sugar, and when your blood sugar's like hella low, it can make you feel nauseous and you start gagging. Now, it happens to me sometimes, but now it happens to me way more frequent. You know, I wake up from a nap, I'm like, I need some fucking food. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy that pregnancy symptoms can be contagious. So watch out. You know, I don't know what other ones I'm gonna get. Anyway, I probably should go find something to eat. That way I can actually make it through this second shift. If y'all want to see more videos like this, or just start putting stuff in the comments, stuff y'all want me to talk about, you know? Because even though I'm 20, I got 40 years experience. I feel like I've done this, that, all. I got almost an 800 credit score. If y'all want finance talk, I'm good at that too. But anyway, nice chatting. I'll be back.